everybody, welcome to my channel. In today's video I really wanted to create something natural and simple and easy for you guys, but I also wanted to try out a couple of products that I got in my June Boxycharm box. I do show you everything that I got in that box since I didn't get a chance to post that video since everything showed up a little late. So if you want to see how I got this look, please keep on watching, and as always all product details will be linked down below for you guys. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this really easy look, and yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, please keep on watching. So for today's look, I wanted to create something kind of more towards the natural bronzier side, and I'm going to be using a couple of products that I got in my last couple, well, my last two Boxycharm boxes. That's mainly the products that I want to focus on since I haven't gotten a chance to play around with it. I know I did an unboxing for July's Boxycharm. I didn't get a chance to post my June because that box showed up a little too late, and I just didn't feel like it was worth showing you guys or posting a video since everyone already got their products. But in case you were wondering what I got these 3 Pure Lease Matcha Green Tea Antioxidant Sheet Masks. They are moisturizing and rejuvenating, and it is good for all skin types. I also got this Touch and Soul No Problem Prime Essence Primer. I did not get a chance to use this because I completely forgot about it, to be honest. This seems pretty liquidy, but I'm hoping that it works pretty well. I'll try to give this a shot in one of my next videos. The next product that I got was from Dominque Cosmetics. It was from her Lemonade collection, and I believe this is in Strawberry Lemonade. It has a really nice sweet scent. I can't really explain what it smells like, but it kind of reminds me of a lip gloss that I had way back in the day, probably my high school days. So hopefully that looks really good. And I also got the Tarte eyeshadow palette. I believe this one is called Be You Naturally, and it looks like a really nice everyday neutral palette. Hopefully the pigmentation is really good. Previous Tarte palettes that I've had, I wasn't too impressed with them. That's why I don't really own many Tarte products, so I'm hoping this works really nice. And I also got this highlighter from Laurant. It's a jelly highlighter, and this is in Prosecco Please. So it's a really nice kind of bouncy, cushiony feel. So we're just gonna try a bunch of those products as well as some of the products that I got in my Boxycharm box. So I'm thinking maybe I can try to use this. If I don't use this, I can use this in another video. So I'm already baking my face. That's what all the powder is about on my face right now, and I'm going to grab my mirror. Okay, so we're gonna mainly focus using this palette because I'm really hoping that it works pretty well. So I'm just gonna go in with this really nice light brown. I'm just gonna start working this into my crease area. It's actually a really nice color. Everything, it's going on really smooth too. I actually like the way that blended in. So going back in with the shade, I'm going to take a very small amount of that dark brown, and I'm just going to focus this more on the outer edge and just kind of pull the shadow out to create a more elongated shape on my eye. Like I said, I'm really trying to do something more natural. I just really want to play around with some of these products since I haven't gotten a chance to. So I think I'm going to pass on using this palette today. I think I'm just really liking the way this palette's looking, and I really want to use these gold bronzy shades. So I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to go in with the darkest bronzy shade. I'm really gonna just pack this onto my eyelid. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's really pretty. So I'm just gently running it over my eyelids. Now going in with the lighter gold shade, I'm using the same brush. And I really want to focus this on the very inner corner, like the inner corner, first, third inner corner, if that makes any sense. So whatever left over my brush, I'm just kind of tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to run the remaining onto my brow bone, just on the highest point, not going in with any additional product. And then going back in with the same brush, I'm just going to buff everything out, just so it's a little cleaner. Okay, so now I'm gonna just start working on the lower lash line using this brown, and I'm just using a blending brush. This is a Sigma E25 brush, and I'm going to really buff this in. Going back in with that brown, I'm taking a small amount of the darkest brown, and I'm gonna bring this towards the outer portion of my eye. Actually, I'm gonna bring it all the way over and just bring it really close for some definition. Again, I'm still trying to keep this very natural and very soft. I'm just going back in with a very small amount of that light gold. I'm just gonna bring it down right in this portion right here. So I'm just gonna add this highlighter into my inner tear duct. It is more of a jelly, kind of creamier texture, so let's see how it looks using a brush. And I'm just gonna pop this into my inner tear duct. That looks really good. I'm debating if I want to set this, since it is more of a cream texture. It looks like when put it on your hands, it kind of dries down to a powder. So maybe I just need a different brush. I'm going to use a smaller brush to see if I can kind of just pat this down. I really feel like this highlighter would go on a lot nicer just by using your fingers. And I should have realized that before putting it into my inner tear ducts. It seems like it kind of went on a little patchy, so I am going to set it. I'm just going to go back. Do I want to use this? Yeah, let's use this. I'm going to go back in with the light gold shade, and I'm just going to set. So I did my eyeliner, lashes, and waterline eyeliner already off camera. I went in with my Wet n Wild Mega Liner. This is a liquid liner. I think it's so good, and I think it's only about $2 or $3. You can get it on sale when they have those promos, and I think it can get as cheap as $1.50 or something like that. For my lashes, I use my Salon Perfects in 614. They are my go-to natural lashes. And for my waterline and tightline, I went in with MAC's Teddy Eye Kohl, just because I didn't want to go in with black. Okay, so for the rest of the face, I think I'm going to... I'm going to go back in with the jelly highlighter, and I'm going to take a very small amount, and I'm going to use my fingers and lay this down on my cheekbone area. It's a really pretty highlighter. I'm not a huge fan of cream highlighters. If I use a cream highlighter, I need to set it with a powder highlighter, and I believe this dries down, because it feels like it dries down to a powder, but it gives such a pretty natural glow. And I'm just pushing this in and just taking my time, since I have powders on my face already and I don't want to disrupt anything. I'm liking that. This is the shade in Prosecco, please, in case I didn't mention it. Just add a little bit more here. Oh, it just looks so good. Okay, so whatever is left over on my finger, I'm just going to add a smallest amount on my nose and above my Cupid's bow. I think on top of that, I'm going in with my Ofra and Nikkietutorials Everglow Highlighter. I'm going to use a little bit of this gold, and I'm just using an eyeshadow brush. I've been really liking small eyeshadow brushes to apply my highlighter because I feel like I have more control. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, in case you guys are interested. Taking a very small amount and just tapping off the excess. And I am just adding such a small amount. I don't want to take away too much from this highlighter, well, from the jelly highlighter, but I really just want to set it because I am going out and I don't want anything to move. And for blush, I'm going to keep it also still really natural, but I want a little bit of blush. This is the Pacifica Coconut Blush. And I'm just going to mix both of these colors together, just using any kind of fluffy brush. And I'm just going to really focus this on the apples of my cheek. I'm just going to go in with my Sephora Microsmooth Baked Powder. This is in the shade 35. This is a little tanner, but it doesn't have a lot of pigmentation or a lot of coverage. It just makes your skin look really, really smooth. And I'm just buffing everything in. And as you saw, I only used a very, very small amount. So on my lips, I went in with MAC Stripdown, and for the lipstick, I also used from MAC Freckletone and Pechstock. Pechstock I mainly kept in the center. And I am going to try out the Dominque Cosmetics lip gloss. It smells so good. This is actually pretty nice. It's not sticky, and it doesn't taste the way it smells, if that makes any sense. Normally lip glosses, if they have a really sweet scent to it, you can sometimes taste it. This has absolutely no taste whatsoever. Looks really good. I know on camera I wasn't picking up, but as I was putting on it, I saw the color that was coming through, and it's a beautiful light pink. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So this is the completed look. I was really happy with the way all of the products worked together and just looked. I was really impressed with the Tarte palette. I'm thinking I was a little more impressed than I expected, because I was expecting the palette not to be great. Just like I said, I've had previous experiences where the Tarte palettes that I owned, they weren't very pigmented, they were very patchy, it just didn't go on smoothly, it didn't blend out really well. This I had no issues whatsoever. I'm actually really happy that I got this. I was actually disappointed when I saw that it came in my box, but now that I got a chance to try it out, I know I only used a couple of shadows, but based off of the ones that I used 4 colors, and I was really happy with the way it performed and the way it looks. I think it is beautiful for an everyday just go-to palette, whether you have to go to work, go to school, or you just want to look a little put together without having to try. This is definitely going to be a go-to for me. The highlighter I also thought was really pretty. You do have to be careful when I'm assuming because it's a jelly highlighter, it's more of a cream base. You do have to be careful when you lay it on top of powders. I didn't have any issues with it laying down on my cheekbone area or my nose, but in my inner tear duct when I used a brush, it was removing the product underneath, so that's why I went in and I set it with an eyeshadow. But overall the color is really, really nice as well. And the lip gloss I really enjoyed also. I've really been into lip glosses, so I don't really know what else to say. It's just a great lip gloss. It has a really beautiful color. I can actually swatch it for you since I know I added it on my lips and it's just hard to see it, but it gives off a very small amount of color, but it just looks really good and it feels great on the lips. But yeah, I think that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I guess I will see you in my next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I also didn't change out of my outfit because it's starting to thunder really loud, so I didn't want that interfering with the audio. So yeah, Florida living. And I think it's only, does that make sense?